So this is action in the round of 32 in the men's 67 kilogram welterweight division. Contest between boxers from Mongolia and South Africa. The southpaw wearing red is Jandos Askhar. 23 years of age, part of a 6-man Mongolian boxing team. The southpaw wearing blue is Simamkele Damesi. 19 years of age, and he part of a 4-strong South African boxing squad. Greater depth of experience in the resume of Askhar. 2019 Asian Youth Bronze Medalist at 64 kilograms at the edition held in the capital of his home country, Ulaanbaatar. Ringside in Kielce 4 years ago when he made it through to the 3rd preliminary round of the World Youth Championships, in that edition held behind closed doors in Poland. So Damesi from the Overstrand Whale Boxing Club, making his IBA World Championship debut. Counter right hand is an effective shot. During the course of that cluster, shot straying into kidney punch territory from Askhar. So just looking to measure his man, touch his man with the lead right hand, as demonstrated there is Askhar. And again, saw wonderfully on that shot that Damesi was just thinking about launching an attack where he ran into that right jab from out of the line of sight, and there's the same shot once again. It can be really disruptive when you've got a jab coming up right on cue once more from out of the line of sight. And Damesi really committing to these forward forays, pushing off that back foot, only to be met by that whiplash of a right hand from the belt line of Askhar. So he's doing a good job controlling the distance. Is Askhar. He's settled nicely into a rhythm, principally behind that lead right hand. There's a check right hook turned in from Askhar as he spins off the line effectively. Big swing and a miss with the overhand left, and a bit of a takedown from the MMA cage implemented by Askhar. And yet it's Damesi who is spoken to about keeping his head up. And again, look at the manner and the frequency with which Damesi has been touched by that right glove of Askhar, and then he brings a left cross into play. Very good round of boxing out of that low held guard and the southpaw stance from Jandos Askhar. Controlled the action and the distance effectively behind that lead right hand did Askhar. And on several occasions, just as Damesi was looking to launch his attack by pushing off that back foot, found himself running into a right hand. Not a shot that's likely to hurt him, but it is a point scoring punch, and it can be an irritating nuisance as well. So a clean sweep of the cards in favor of Askhar after the first round.
Round 2.
So we move into the second round. Simamkele, Damesi has got to do something to try and avoid this right jab. Now he's trying to use some head movement. As you see, Askhar just spoken to about long bridging his man. That's an illegal tactic where you hold out the lead hand. Overhand southpaw left lands with the inside of the glove from Damesi, and he's spoken to about illegal punching to the rear. Good adaptation being shown by Damesi because he's having difficulty catching his man's head, and so he's dropped down to the body and scored with straight shots before coming up with a looping roundhouse right to the head. So there has been a change in tactics put together by the South African corner and being carried out by Simamkele Damesi. Heads come together on the inside. Oh, nice left cross during that combination from Askhar. So Askhar seeking to use the space of the boxing ring. Left cross was a scoring shot, followed by a flicking right which followed. So Askhar looking to maintain the gap once again, but on this occasion it's Damesi who closed the gap, and now he's trying to show some head movement, dip beneath the left cross that was fired in with bad intentions. It's Askhar who's taking the longer route around the boxing ring, so he's breathing through a mouth that is open now, looking to bustle his way forwards. Now the bobbing, weaving advance. Oh dear me. Well, point deduction for not keeping his head up, taken off the card of Simamkele Damesi. So that point deduction will be taken off the point tallies at the end of the contest. It makes life very difficult indeed for the South African boxer in blue. So he's continuing to press. Is Damesi, but keeping the movement going to just glide around the boxing ring. Very good effectiveness is Askhar. Cuffing right hand landed by Damesi, but there's that right stick and no reply, because Askhar just getting up on his toes in the closing stages of that second round. Remember, the first one was taken unanimously by the man in the red corner, and I happen to think similar verdicts are going to be, or likely to be, returned in the second. And remember, a point was deducted from the scorecard of Damesi for failing to keep his head up. So he's likely to find himself trailing by 20 points to 18, probably across the board, truth be told, because I don't think he did enough in that round, despite starting more brightly and looking to target the body. Well, I suggested he's not going to get a share of it, but he has got a share of it for judge number 3. So it's all square, 19 points apiece for judge number 3. Judges 1, 2, 4, and 5 have Askhar 20 points to 18 ahead, and the deduction will be considered at the end of the contest.
Round 3.
So we move into round number 3, and Damesi, trailing 20 points to 18 for 4 of the 5 judges, has come out aggressively, looking to increase his tempo and punch output. But this is precisely how Askhar boxed. Overhand left, not too far away from Damesi, because he needs a massive final round here to get himself back into this contest. A knockout or several knockdowns. And he's going about his job with real purpose here now, Damesi. And you see, roundhouse right to the scoring shot from the man in blue. But he's going to have to keep the referee happy here, and indeed the scoring judges. But he knows that he's got the insurance of a 20 points to 18 advantage on the scorecard, plus the point deduction to be considered at the end. But he's going to have to engage on occasion. Can't just run for 3 minutes. This is the sweet science of boxing and not athletics. He's doing a good job moving, but there has to be some hitting as well. Big swing and a miss with the right hook from Damesi. There have been precious few scoring punches landed in this round from Askhar. And again, the onus is on Damesi to do something different, and he's fully aware of that, and that is why he's come out in storming fashion right from the bell to begin round number 3. But he's very much in bout management mode here now, because he's making his man miss. He's not particularly interested in completing the equation and making his man pay. Askhar. Here's a scoring right jab from the man in red, and he's just looking to show the referee that he is indeed engaging. But for the most part, having just put that little cameo together, he's content to remain on his bike. Been a very difficult assignment this in the third and final round, because he's trailing by 20 points to 18 for judges 1, 2, 4 and 5. There's an overhand right out of the southpaw stance that wasn't too far away. Now I think well, a cut to the left eye, I'm keeping an eye on the referee, and he has bumped his latex-clad knuckles together. This injury has been caused by a cut, and that's perhaps why Askhar was entering bout management mode, because he's got just 19 seconds to negotiate in this. He'll be going through to the round of 16, but now he's going to be carrying through the impairment of a cut after the heads came together with real force on the inside. But that injury will encourage Damesi further, and he's really going for it here now in the closing seconds of this third and final round. Oh, that's a beautiful southpaw left off the back foot from Askhar. Contrasting styles in evidence during the course of that contest. There's the injury that has been sustained by Askhar in the third round after a clash of heads. But again, he may not have taken that final round, even though that left cross was a good demonstration of back foot boxing, but some judges could prefer the front foot pressure, and the fact that Damesi was looking to make the contest with Askhar entering bout management mode. But either way, I think it's going to be a wide, unanimous decision victory when you take the point deduction into account as well. And it will be Jandos Askhar going through to the round of 16.
The winner of this bout, on points by split decision, is the boxer in the red corner, Jandos Askhar.
So a split decision victory, 4-0 in favor of the man from Mongolia. We can only assume that judge number 3 scored rounds 2 and 3 in favor of the South African boxer, preferring his attempted aggression. But a very good display. Set his stall out early with this shot right here, the lead right hand, continually running Simamkele Damesi into it to control the distance very effectively indeed throughout the 3 minutes. And despite his best efforts, Damesi not able to close the gap on a consistent basis despite his forward forays. And so it's Jandos Askhar who goes through to the round of 16 in the men's 67 kilogram welterweight division.